Hi guys, welcome to video 5. We're looking at organisational performance and we're looking at whatever the goals and objectives of the organisation is, then how are they achieving it, or are they achieving it, and how efficiently are they achieving it. So that's what we're looking at. First of all, two main words that I just mentioned there is effectiveness and efficiency. So effectiveness is essentially, is the organisation achieving its goals and objectives? If it is, then yep, it's being effective. But on the other hand, efficiency is also really important. So how efficiently means, or how efficiently they're achieving their objectives, is looking at how many resources are being used in order to achieve objectives. Because it's easy to, one of the objectives could be to increase sales. Now that could be fine. Essentially, increasing sales is quite easy. You just do a massive advertising campaign and you're going to increase your sales. But the amount you've spent on the advertising campaign, is that actually being efficient? So, I mean, you can go and spend $5 million on an advertising campaign and increase your sales by 2% and not make that money back. You make $100,000 back. Then that hasn't been efficient. Yes, you've achieved your objective, so you've been effective, but you haven't really been efficient. So it's not, it's not the best way to go about things. So in order to measure both effectiveness and efficiency, we look at what we call performance indicators. So performance indicators, they enable us to evaluate our performance as managers. All right. You may see it as benchmarking, the term benchmarking. And what that refers to, it's a process where the organisation compares what it's doing itself, all right, in its outcomes, to other organisations. So it might look at the profitability of ourselves compared to another organisation. It might look at, we'll go into the performance indicators in a second, but that's what benchmarking is. So there are some specific performance indicators that you need to know. There are many others than what we're going to cover, but these are the ones that you must know. So first of all, net profit, that's essentially the earning performance of the organisation, looking at its revenue and then take away its expenses, and that's what's left over as its net profit. Number of sales is another good indicator, so measuring the number of products actually being sold. Percentage of market share, so what happens, let's say you're selling shoes and you are one of 10 different shoe sales organisation. Now, if you, in terms of all the people that are buying shoes, how many, in terms of a percentage, actually buy from you? It could be 5%, could be 10%. If you're, quite small, it might be 1%. A larger organisation, it might be 25%. So it is the actual portion or proportion of the total market that the business has. So how many people in terms of a percentage of the market are buying from you? That's what percentage of market share is. And we essentially want that to be increasing. Rate of productivity growth. Remember, productivity is, and we'll look at this more when we do chapter 3 or outcome 3, but productivity growth is looking at how efficiently are we producing things, whether that be our goods or services. So we want that to be, our productivity to be increasing. Customer satisfaction, that's another one that you want to increase. So we can look at this from a few different ways. You can look at the results from surveys. So you can survey customers or you can survey staff and actually look at what their satisfaction rating is and compare that to previous surveys that you've done. Staff turnover, this is the number of people leaving the organisation, normally over a year. You want that to be decreasing. Level of wastage, you want that to be decreasing also. So measures the actual amount of waste that is being created while you're producing products. Number of customer complaints, another one that you want to be decreasing. So that indicator is looking at, all right, how many customers are actually calling and complaining about whether it be the product or service. Number of workplace accidents, another one that you want to decrease. So how safe is your workplace? That's a good indicator for that. And that's all of the ones that you need to know at this stage. So they're the ones in your book. Look, as I said, there are many others, but these are the performance indicators that you need to know. I'll see you on the next video.